on Instagram the other day. And it did a lot better than I thought I did. I thought it would do in terms of engagement, in terms of people causing conversation, in terms of people really conversing with it. I thought a lot of people were just going to kind of throw this one away and be like, huh, kids, whatever. I basically asked the question, like, do you want to have kids? Just very simple, kept it simple, see what people said. A lot of people were responding. A lot of people were like, yes. A lot of people were like, no. Um, but this question, the results I got were, I mean, majority of people were like, yes, I want to be a parent. And like, it kind of ended up that way. It was like a 53-47 vote in favor of wanting to be a parent. But there were a lot of vocal minority who were like, no kids, never, never, never. Like, I am anti-child. Like, not like that. But basically, the whole thing, like, what it led me to think was, and people started commenting, like, why they didn't want it. So I appreciate that. And a lot of people were saying, I don't want to bring kids into the dystopian world. I don't want to do this. The world sucks. It's so negative. It's horrible. It's awful. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I don't really think that, but okay. Like, okay. Like, is the world bad? Is the world that bad? Are people really like anti-world right now? Is that where we're at in society? Are we like really anti-world? Because a lot of people were commenting on that question when I was like, "Do you want to have kids?" A lot of people were like, "No." Because the world is a horrible place. Because social media is this disgusting, disgusting thing, and I don't want my kids to grow up in it. It's just like, okay, like, I respect it. I respect where you're coming from, but also, like, I'm not with it. Like, I'm not pro that, dude. I genuinely, like, I'm such of the belief. Maybe consider it me being an optimist. I really am very, like, I'm so happy with the way a lot of things are in the world. Like, I'm so happy with the way certain things are in the world. I love the fact that technology exists in the world. A lot of people are like, fuck social media. Let's go back to the 80s where everything was just radical and everyone was on LSD. No, no, I love the era we're in. You know why? Because this podcast would not be a thing without this era. The fact is, we have information at our literal fingertips. I can search up anything I ever want on the internet and it comes up in a matter of milliseconds. I get 15 million results, right? This is the age of information. This is the age of technology. Like, it's so cool. I just find it fascinating. And I would love to, and like I guess my response, like, people don't want kids because the society sucks. My response is, if I want kids eventually at some point further down the line, not now, not in the next 5 years, hopefully, some point down the line, I would like kids. I think this is such a cool world to be a part of, right? I think to make your mark on this world is it's easier than ever before, almost, because of the fact that we have so much technology and we have access to so much information right at our fingertips, and that just makes me so happy. Like, genuinely, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I'm really, really just fascinated with the way the world is, like, so it's so right there. There's so much to do. Like, we could do so many things in this world, and that is so exciting. And people don't want kids because they think it's some dystopian society we're headed towards. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand that. I was like, I have such a weird view on the world, and maybe it's strange. Maybe a lot of people echo those other individual sentiments of like, dude, yeah, you're fucking weird. They're right. Like, the world is super dystopian. Why do you not agree with them? You know, it's like a dark place to be alive. Social media will eat these children alive, particularly if this Facebook metaverse thing becomes a huge thing. You know, I don't know. I look at social media and I just see so much opportunity. Like, I feel like if you use it right, if you're a part of social media and you use it correctly and you're able to leverage it into the resource that you want it to be into, like, be used as, it can be the most powerful freaking tool. It can change your life. You see this with people all the time. Like, Charlie D'Amelio's life. She was a 16-year-old girl going to school in suburban Connecticut, unknown to the world. She was one of 350 million Americans in the United States. And then, boom, TikTok dance goes viral. Suddenly, she's the most popular 17, 18-year-old girl in the world. Why? Because of TikTok. Social media is changing the way that we think. Social media is giving so much more so much opportunity. Yes, is there horrible things that happen on social media? Absolutely. Does it cause body image insecurities? Totally. Is it very toxic at points? Absolutely. Are there like things? Yes. But you also, here's the challenge of social media is you have to figure out like what are the useful parts of it for you and what is good for you and then what's bad. And you have to learn to just be able to categorize everything. And it takes a lot of skill. I'm not even there yet. I do go down TikTok rabbit holes where I'm like, why am I doing this? This was a waste of 55 minutes. But still, social media intrigues me. And the more and more I delve into this like creator world, I like realize that like people are like one of the main things that people are talking about is like why they don't want to have kids is like social media is just going to affect their lives. And I'm like, no, no, wait, hold on. Social media is going to give them more opportunity than you and I ever had because it's going to be more evolved than ever. This is a world that's like has so much opportunity written all over it. You just have to go take it. And social media is the medium that allows you to just grab things that are in front of you. And that to me is just exciting. And I get very excited thinking about it. And I'm like, why would I not want to provide that opportunity to the next generation? Like that's my response to that whole thing that social media is dystopian, and I get like there were other people who were like, yo, I don't want to have kids because they take too much time and I am just not about that life. And I'm like, you know what? I fucking respect that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like like there's nothing I have to say to that because that's a point. People don't want to put in that time, and I get that too. And I'm sitting here at 21, and I don't know if I want to put in that time. Who knows? Maybe I'll be sitting here at 40 and saying the same thing, right? Living in my parents' house, basically being a loser. I don't know, but only time will tell. I guess my answer to like, oh, Anuj, do you want kids? Is like, yeah, at some point, but also like, I don't know. My mind is constantly changing every day. And I think that's the beauty of it. The beauty of the world is that everybody's perspective is constantly changing when new information comes about, when you live life, when you live experiences. And so that's a whole thing. And I'm excited to get into all that later. But obviously, kids are the farthest thing from my mind now.